Okay, so let's talk turbo a little bit. Here's a standard turbo being used in a draw through application. There you go. So it's got the side draft mount. Basically, the problem is it's sucking oil, and it comes in from behind the wheel basically here. So when you have the turbo pressing air out, so let's just pretend this is pushing air out, and then you suddenly close the butterfly, there's vacuum in here. The turbo's going, and you got this massive amount of vacuum. Atmospheric pressure will drop drastically, and it'll literally suck oil in between the shaft down here. The bearing that's in there, it's got like a ring on it, but it's not intended to have a positive vacuum effect on it. It's supposed to have this whole area built with pressure or atmospheric pressure. So you're either at a regular atmosphere or you're beyond. So you're never generating a vacuum, you're never dropping below. So we have to carbon seal it. And you can see the oil in this thing. I was making a mess. I'm sure this thing smoked pretty good. Because of that, we got to put the carbon seal in it. It's very common. Now, there's people out there who will tell you, oh, you don't need carbon seals. Yeah, if you have a motor that has a very large camshaft, so it does not generate a lot of vacuum. In other words, you're at 5 inches of vacuum, 4 inches of vacuum because you have such a big camshaft. You don't need a carbon seal because you can't generate vacuum. You can't put a suction on it. It's not a problem typically. On motors that run normal camshafts, let's just say in the 240s, 250s, maybe like FK8, FK10, 260 range duration, you're going to need a carbon seal. Otherwise, you're going to suck oil. And I do conversions. This is what we do. We've been doing it forever. And if you need it done, I guess I should stop playing with all the oil. Just give us a call. All right, I'm going to see if I can get this one done. Maybe I'll shoot some videos in between. I don't know. We'll see. Decide what mood I'm in. Check me out, wearing flip-flops. All right, let's get her done. So I got it off there, off the shaft, and you can see there's oil coming out the back everywhere on this thing. And got it pulled off, and then I'm getting the last one. I thought, let's just find out together. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Okay, so I got that one out. So let's see what it is. Oh, there we go. And, oh, it's already carbon sealed. Yeah, so it's got a carbon seal in it. And it's got the little spacer there. And it's got a 360-degree bearing, so everything looks correct so far. I'm going to assume there's a depth issue then. Normally, unless this guy's cracked. Is it cracked? I don't see any cracks. Oh, there's no spring to it, though. Why is there no spring? Oh, I wonder if it's stuck. Yeah, there's like no spring to it. Normally, you'll get the spring effect. In fact, one side's staying up, so something's going on there. All right, something's going on with that carbon seal. So, all right, let's figure it out. So I got the carbon seal out, and it looks like there was some glue in there. I don't know what it was. It was really hard, like it was like a Loctite. Chipped away, which is scary because that could go into the bearing. But and it looks like it was peened in place, so I'm going to assume the tolerance here might be a little loose. We'll find out when I measure the OD of this guy versus the new one. So this is ours, and there is a difference here. Let me show it to you. Just two different brands, I guess you'd say. This one here, my concern is the oil can go around the carbon seal and make its way. This one's actually, these are called encapsulated carbon seals. This one here it's actually got an O-ring in there with the spring, so it's a little bit different design, but I want you to look at the height. I think that's the problem. If I could do this. Can I get them close to each other? There you go. Sorry, lighting sucks, but you can see there's a height difference. If I get this to the same height. This one is collapsed, or it's just short. And I think that's not making contact because I did not see it making contact with this. So I'm going to take it and measure. I'll put this in there and then take the indicator and measure it down to this. And then put this in there and measure down to it. And then to find out if there's, I mean, usually you're going to be about 20 to 60 thousandths. So we'll see. All right. I measure this. This guy measures 823. That one measures 818 to 819. So there's, what is that? 4, that's 5 thousandths right there. The press is gone. So that's probably why it was peened. Just because this particular one here, I'm using the pointer. This one is just the OD is a little loose in there. So that's probably why that person peened it to hold it in place. I don't know if I've never seen them look like this, so this is a different brand. There's just no spring to it. So if you see, there's like nothing there, and it's not coming back. Whereas if I grab this guy, oh, where'd he go? I dropped it. Come on back. If you see this guy here, if we can get it to focus. Focus. Come on. Here, can I tap on it? There you go. There's a big compress. See how it springs down? It's got a lot of movement there. Well, that normally allows it to keep constant tension. This is kind of our very, like I'm squishing kind of hard. It's got a lot of tension. You don't have to worry about the carbon, burning up, rubbing against the little spacer here because it's carbon. It's designed to do that. This one, come on. It's extremely light. Like I just barely push on it and it moves immediately. And it's not moving that much. You can see my fingers. Here you go. Okay, I'm not touching it and touching. That's it. That's all the movement you get. It's like nothing there. So yeah, I bet you that's it. I'll find out. I still haven't measured it though. Let me measure. You gotta oil this guy to grease it up overly, basically. And we're going to make sure this ring is in the correct direction. I purposely put it together and then just torqued it real quick just to make sure there's nothing wrong there, because I was kind of second guessing that bearing, but the height of it. So I measured it. It was only 2 thou, but it just still made me like, I don't know. And it's got enough room. It's got about the 1 thou or about 1 thou to 2 thou slop there, which it's supposed to, so seems fine. Okay, I got my grease on there. I got my grease under it. I got my grease on the shaft, on the inside of the bearing and the outside of the bearing. I greased the other bearing, the inside of the bearing, the outside of the bearing. You don't have to grease the ring or nothing, but that is good. So this actually makes contact directly with the carbon seal when it's installed. So let's get this together. Don't have it bolted down. Obviously, it's just sitting on there. But this is the way it's supposed to be. You ready? You're going to hear it pop back up. That's the spring of the carbon seal. Now, it might be too tight because when I measured it, it is literally 2 thou difference. And that's tight. That's like super tight. So we're going to see. So when I go to tighten this down, it's going to either crack it or not. It's just when I measure it, when I crush it and do all that, I got 2 thou. That's usually a lot tighter. Usually I'm 15 to 20 thou. So I'm hoping my margin of error measurement is in my favor. We'll find out the moment I go to put it together. We're all back together. Carbon seal's finished. I purposely leave this, I don't know if you can see it, rotates the center section here and the exhaust loose. Customer's going to have to clock that because I don't know where it's at on their particular build and their turbo or their system. The other thing is I'm going to inform them that the intake here, because this is draw through, there's a couple of them that need to have sealant put in there. I can't put it in there for them, otherwise they won't be able to rotate this. So I tell them, hey, put a little bit of sealant in there when you put this on because it'll leak. You'll have an intake leak through the threads, basically. The exhaust, it's not a bad idea to do that. Usually when you tighten it all down, though, it doesn't leak through it. Sometimes on some of them, though, it's not a bad idea to put some on the threads because it will be a direct shot from the exhaust straight through that, and you'll start to get the little carbon build up there. All right, all done. All right, let's move on to the next one.